Hello everybody, welcome to Bear Beer Reviews. For tonight's review we have a little beer donated to me very kindly by Badsy Brewery. It is indeed one of their own Badsy breweries. First sour beer, this is the Cherry Sour. Soured with a 24-hour sour mash, so they put the grain in the mash tun, mix it in with a nice warm water, and they leave it overnight to all the sugars become available and for it to slightly sour, I believe that's how a 24-hour sour mash is done. I'm not entirely versed on sour mashes. And then I'm assuming they bring it up to the boil, pop in whatever hops they like for preservative fashion, ferment it normally to get rid of the rest of the sugar, but that sour lactic acid from the lactobacillus in the grains is still there and still should give us a nice tart little flavour. So often called like the fast way to get a sour beer, rather than either spontaneously fermenting it or pitching lacto or Pediococcus and Brettanomyces and so on and so forth and fermenting it that way. So yeah, this is the first sour beer, and I'm really interested to see what it tastes like, to be honest. Obviously this one is bottle conditioned, all their beers are, I believe, so I'll try my darndest to make it a nice pour and get it clear, but I think I've already disturbed it a little bit by moving it around. So let's pour it on out. Now, you know, some of my favourite beers in the entire world, the entire universe are indeed sour beers, so I'm hugely looking forward to trying one of my friends' first, James and Chris's first attempts at such a beer. Obviously I have disturbed it slightly in moving it, so we do have a very pleasant looking, very peachy looking little beer here. Unlike, say, with Rosé de Cambrinus and some of the other creeks, they got that bright, vivid red, cherry red colour. See if I can get a bit of sediment in, actually, if I get some more in, might as well. Yeah, get that bright red cherry colour. This one's become more peachy in terms of colour, a bit more traditional in that sense. Nice and cloudy too, considering there's lots and lots of gubbins inside there. Not much in the way of head at all. I'm assuming, I'm not entirely sure why, I'm assuming whatever happens in the process, there's not much protein left or something of the sort, say head retention. But hey ho, let's get in there and give it a good old sniff. Yeah, there's certainly tart acidity to it. Nothing too OTT, and I can still smell quite a sweet cherry note, quite a sugary cherry note, but it's definitely tart. And yeah, tart with slight cherry finish. Can you ask for more? It's a cherry sour. That's what we're going for. What I can say is the sour note I am getting it's very pleasant, and it's not overpoweringly funky or anything like that. It's when you get mainly lacto fermented beers, it has that kind of profile. It's a very clean style of sourness. But so far, usually my nose goes and I get like a real burn in it from the acidity. I'm not with this one. So, cheers everyone. Let's give it a good old try. Yeah, that's pretty pleasant, that one. I didn't mention it's 5.8%. And I didn't also mention that I'm assuming what they've done is they've added loads of succulent cherries. I'm assuming they've dropped the cherries in the conditioning tank, and I've let them be eaten away by the yeast and stuff. Not entirely sure. Clarification please, James and Chris, that would be very, very nice. This is really pleasant actually. It's super easy sip of this one. It's quite a bit of body, which I wasn't expecting. It's a very easygoing acidity, a very easygoing tartness to it. It's just piquant, just kind of gets and dries inside your mouth. It's not too aggressive. At the same time, it certainly isn't too sweet either. It's not sugary. Pardon me. It's not artificial in terms of that flavour. It smells quite. It tastes quite naturally cherry sweet. What happens sometimes with the other sweetened, or some of the other creeks that you have, not looking at Lindeman's ones for example, and these ones spring to mind, when the cherry juice has been added, it really puts this super sugary note on. This has just got like a twinge of sweetness that counterbalances the slight acidity and tartness. It's unbelievably delicate in a really good way. It's super easy suppable. It's got just like a slight twinge, almost like sour chewits, but I don't know how to describe it really. Greek yogurt that slight twang, but it's not unpleasant at all. And when you respect it, it's very, very nice. It's very, very clean. Not too OTT, not palate strippingly sour. Although I like them like that. And yeah, very well counterbalanced with the cherries. It's really nice actually. Does not at all taste 5.8%, and you would get very drunk on it if you had several glasses of this, which I could. I really could. You know what? I'm really impressed. I really am. First commercially sour beer, produced by a friend of mine on a commercial scale, and yeah. Blows my homebrews out the water, that's for sure. I'd love to be able to produce a beer like this myself as well. Really good, very, very impressed. They are my friends. I'm not going to go, oh, 10 out of 10 beer or anything. Just go give it a shot. I mean, if you don't know sour beers, you never tried sour beers, this is a really good way of getting into them. It's not overpoweringly either stupidly sweet, so you get completely sucked in by something that's not going to be there. Many other examples of the style, and it ain't too overtly sour, so you can just get your head around that kind of just a slight tangy sharpness, a slight acidity on the tongue, just dries it out. Almost like a really dry white wine, I guess. Bad example probably, but there you go. Before you go in and try the big guys like Cantillon and some of the other ones that have got far more acidity to them, really will strip your palate and really make it go pucker your face up. Yeah, good. Really like it. Well done, Chris Ward and James. It's a fantastic beer. Really enjoy it. So, please like, favourite, comment and subscribe. And until the next beer review, cheers.